Well, welcome back to the Today Show on this fabulous Sunday.
I'm a bit low. I'm going to bring my chair up just a little bit. Sorry, that's better. Okay.
Hands up, fish and chip fans.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Battered fish and chips, dimmies, potato cakes.
Chico rolls.
But what happens when it just goes a little bit awry? The trip to the fish and chip shop, you bust your hip in the excitement to get them.
Happens.
Well, one Victorian man has received $360,000 in a payout just for that.
Yeah, Stephen Graham Clark is his name, and he was taking what he says is a shortcut through a reserve at night in Shepparton, and he fell over a stormwater pit that was raised and was a bit of a tripping hazard, obviously. We're going to discuss this now with the Sunday jury, WSFM's Brendan Jones and Shelley Horton of Shell Shock Media. Good morning to you.
Wow.
I thought that councils had made a concerted effort to crack down on this sort of thing, because you heard, 5-10 years ago that there were these huge payouts happening on a really regular basis. What do you reckon, Shelley? Is it too much?
I think it's way too much. I hate that we're becoming as litigious as America. I mean, this guy was making a shortcut at night to get fish and chips. He fell. Now, I understand that there might be a little bit of the council needs to be responsible, but I think that we also need to take responsibility for ourselves and go, I was being a bit of an idiot running through to get my, battered salve. So I just think that this sort of payout is massive. His injuries were pretty bad.
He uses a walking stick now.
He broke his pelvis. He might need to have a hip replacement. So it is a serious injury. But I kind of think at some point you have to go, I'm also responsible for what I'm doing, cutting through a park at night.
What crazy things have you done to get some fish and chips?
What haven't I done? And, that poor guy's going to be paying. He's paying not only with the hip thing, but then later after he gets, eats the fish and chips, there's that whole, oh no,
My
fish
arteries
and chips.
are clogged.
You know when you eat fish and chips, you go, I want fish and chips, I really want it. Then 10 minutes later, it's like, oh no, what did I do?
What have I done?
And you're cold and saying, what have you done to me? What are you doing to me?
If you put lemon on it, though...
Oh, lemon, that makes
that makes it healthy, doesn't it?
Lemon makes everything better. If you break your hip, just some lemon.
Squeeze some lemon.
And you'll be all right.
So is he also going to sue the fish and chip shop for his arteries clogging?
Well, there you go.
Where does it stop?
Where does it end
Where
in this
does it
crazy
stop?
world that we live in?
Exactly.
Yeah. My mum broke her hip when she was just walking down a pathway, and it was because a tree root had made the road come up.
Yep.
And, she was like, well, look, things happened. She did have medical expenses and all the rest of it, but she didn't sort of pursue it. I guess, it is that question of when do you take responsibility?
I was at a bar last night.
Oh,
and
there we go. Where's this one going?
Speaking of tree roots.
Because I'm a lady, it got to about 11 o'clock and I took my shoes off.
Okay.
As you do.
And the bar staff were like, oh, there has been a broken glass on the floor. Can you please be really careful? We don't want you to sue. And I'm like, if I cut my foot, because I'm such a dweeb that I'll take my shoes off because my feet are hurting,
were you also
I'm going to cop
dancing?
it. There wasn't any
Were the
handbag
shoes
dancing.
in the middle?
No.
Is there a champagne?
It was a few sherbets.
That's the way to go.
Exactly.
I wouldn't have felt
That's
it.
Shelley's glow today.
Exactly.
Hey, let's move on. Motorists are fed up with reckless driving on Victoria's roads. They've taken to social media, naming and shaming those guilty of putting themselves and others at risk.
I love this story. The shame files released by the Victorian Police, it's lifted the lid on the bad driving behaviour of motorists and revealed that among the infractions are drivers failing to indicate, driving with the high beams on, and even cruising with the feet out the window. Bit of mattress action.
That's Deb in the uni days.
I must confess that I have done that.
That's the one that shocks me the most. That is the driver.
Yeah.
So he's got it on cruise control.
Would you dob someone in if you saw someone doing that?
I'd probably shame them on social media.
Yeah, right.
I don't
And
know
take a photo while you were driving.
Oh, exactly. Youch,
Where does
Deb.
it stop? But was that like some sort of athlete's foot problem or something?
Airing them.
In what world?
It's like a dog with your feet.
Yeah.
What have you done?
Like he hasn't got a venereal disease.
Indicating right. Yeah.
I drive like I'm in a post-apocalyptic world.
Right.
It's like Mad Max out there. So,
on the bike, on the motorbike.
I make it my living to get on one of those dashboard cam things as the worst driver. So you're talking to the wrong person.
Wow.
I'm hanging my feet out. I've got everything out. There.
I've done the mattress. I have done that at uni.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah,
with a
but
group
uni
of
you can do
mates.
that.
You can't afford to hire a ute.
You can't afford a ute. You didn't have a mate who
Yeah.
had a ute. You had a mattress. You didn't have any roof racks. What do you do?
What do you do?
I'm
on
a
your
gold
Barina?
star driver. I don't do any of that.
How many points on your licence do you have?
All my points.
Yeah.
All
intact.
mine.
See, the government gave me an extra point. I've got 13
Because you're so
points.
crazy.
No, because I'm so good.
He's so good. And then
So
you get
good as a driver. according to the government.
Can I have that one?
You know, I will do it off air because I think you get in trouble for
Okay,
that.
all right.
But, you know,
Yeah.
$1,000
Did we just
a
say
point.
that out loud? Was that our brains? All right. Thank you, guys. Now, coming up, we will have some more on this. We've got the latest headlines coming up and your Sunday weather forecast. It is great to have your company for the Sunday Jury. Now, earlier today, we spoke to Kiwi adventurer Tim Stewart, who, I have no idea why, but he jumped in the water to swim with a killer whale.
That's exactly why, because he wanted to swim with the whale. The decision violated New Zealand law, and Tim has since received backlash for the act. This is what he had to say.
A lot of people are getting on Facebook and putting their comments in about this, but still, as I've said and admitted, it's no excuse not to know the law. I didn't know the law, and it seems that many, many others don't know this law, and we just want to make it aware.
He's in a bit of hot water, Shelley, after getting into the water. Do you think he was in the wrong?
Yeah, I mean, it could have been footage for when animals attack.
Yeah.
Like, it's like you have no idea what could have happened.
Well, he said he'd had an earlier experience where he was pinned down when he was scuba diving with an orca too.
Right?
orca.
I mean, I see all those BBC documentaries where the orcas throw the seals up in the air and break their necks, and I just don't understand how he could have thought that was a good idea.
Jonesy, you spent a lot of time in the water surfing and
Sure.
paddleboarding now, which you're getting on in years. But sorry. But would you consider ever doing
No.
you've seen whales and dolphins
Yeah.
when you've been out there?
I saw a hammerhead shark one day. Just sitting there, and I said, hammerhead shark, and I thought that they weren't dangerous. So I went, oh, hammerhead shark, that'll be all right.
It'll gum you
and
to
then someone
death,
said,
what'll it do?
yeah, but they can really munch you.
Yeah.
Really?
So, yeah.
Just nibble.
But that guy, like, how's the whale endangered? In what world is that? That whale's just playing with its food, more or
Yeah.
less.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, he's lucky he didn't get torn limb from limb.
Yeah,
He
not
said
for
he'd do
me.
it again. When we
Would
spoke to
he?
him, he said he had no qualms about doing it again.
I don't think we should call him Kiwi adventurer. I think it should be Kiwi crazy person.
But maybe you get caught up in the moment. You know, like, remember LRB and they had that song, you know, the albatross and the whales, they are my brothers? Maybe you've been listening to a lot of LRB.
No.
Because they're hard to
Actually,
buy
don't you
for
know?
at Christmas time, the whale. You know, you got to get a jumper that's got a big neck and stuff like that.
Oh,
And
my
he's-
goodness.
Well,
Well,
see
you know,
what he's...
we're connected.
With the whales?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't want to swim with them, though.
How about just leave them alone? Maybe just watch them from your board. How about that?
Or go to the casino and swim with whales, those big gamblers. Because if anything,
Now you're talking.
they'll buy you a jet ski.
Making
or
a lot of
something.
sense. Thank you guys for
Nice
coming in.
sort of night.
I love it. Up next, we've got your Sunday weather and your latest hit of news headlines.